Haunting portraits dark secret. I never considered myself a superstitious person, but everything changed after I bought that painting. It was a stunning piece, an antique portrait of a woman with haunting eyes, but what caught my attention was the lifelike detail and the way her gaze seemed to follow me around the room. The seller warned me it had a mysterious past, but I shrugged it off as a sales tactic. That was until I noticed something strange. Every morning, the woman seemed slightly closer to the edge of the frame. I tried to convince myself it was a trick of the light or my imagination, but the feeling of her reaching out from the canvas was impossible to shake. As the days passed, the changes became more pronounced. Her hand, initially resting on her lap, now hovered ominously near the edge of the frame. I searched for logical explanations, spending hours examining the painting under different lights, but nothing could explain what was happening. I even resorted to setting up a camera to capture any movement, but the footage showed nothing unusual, just the painting, unchanged and unmoving. Yet, every morning, she was undeniably closer, her eyes fixed intently on me. I felt a chill each night as I lay in bed, imagining her stepping out from the canvas. Desperate for answers, I contacted a previous owner. Their voice was shaky, almost relieved to be rid of it. They told me that anyone who owned the painting experienced the same phenomenon, and each time the figure reached the edge of the frame, something terrible happened. One owner disappeared without a trace, another was found in a state of delirium, murmuring about her beckoning him into the painting. The stories were chilling, but I was determined not to let fear control me. I devised a plan to destroy the painting before she could reach me. The night I planned to burn it, a storm raged outside, mirroring my inner turmoil. I was alone, the wind howling against the windows, when I saw her, so close to the frame's edge that her fingers seemed to brush against the air. As I reached for the painting, my breath caught. Her eyes shifted, locking onto mine with an intensity that froze me in place. A whisper echoed in the room, her voice both distant and near, "Join me." Paralyzed, I watched as her hands stretched beyond the frame, and the world around me began to blur. Suddenly, I was no longer in my room but within the painting itself, staring out at the life I used to know.